Oh,
It's you.
Yeah, it's you.
It's you.
It's the other guy. Welcome to Amigos and Co. Monday / Tuesday up in your face holes on the YouTubes. How's it going? What about you over there? Stephen Legion from Northern New South Wales. Good mornings there. And Chris Vandal from the Kingdom of Vegas. Good evening to you. All those in chat, there's 5,000 people here in chat as per normal. We love you all. We love you all. Dave Lloyd was up. Was here 34 minutes beforehand. There was a
T Getz was here.
There was a T Getz. Someone spotted a T Getz as well. Birdman, Vandal. Birdman, Vandal, Birdman, Vandal, Vandal, Birdman. Legion Vapes is here. David Lloyd is here. The Amigos and Co is here. Thank goodness for that. Matthew Welch, Ern, Great Wombatsky. Throw us a hello if you're in the chat. A few people like to lurk and watch.
Yes, if you're lurking, you don't have to join in the conversation. No, but please say hi. Yeah, we'd like to know.
Yeah. Just stop being the guy at the back of the swingers club and say hi. Maybe we'll go home with you.
Yeah. I don't accept drinks from strangers, but boiled lollies, yes, I'm in for that.
Boiled
lollies. What are you, grandma?
Yeah, that's an Australian
What's
thing.
What's a boil? Like, you boil a sucker, so it's what, candy soup?
You know when you go to your great grandma's house and she's got the bowl of candy and you try to pick up one and the whole bowl comes with it?
Yeah. Oh, boiled, like BOL.
No. They're boiled, but it's it's those things. They're like. Yeah, they sweat and they're sweet and they taste like mint and cat fur.
Yeah, it's what do you call that? It's like a hard candy. It's just basically sugar and coloring. That's all it is. It's,
Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. It's
Well, I guess that's maybe an Australian thing, because here in the States, usually with your grandma or something like that, it's the box of the cookies or the tin, and you're like, oh yeah, old dry cookies, and you open it, it's full of knitting needles and like pictures from like the Great Depression and shit, you know?
Yeah.
That was my mom.
Yeah.
So disappointing. The entire house was full of cookie tins. No food. Just old knitting stuff.
The one that makes me the maddest was the popcorn ones, because like that cheese popcorn, that stuff's banging. Like, it's so good, and you go to open it, it's like, who the fuck put a blanket in here?
Or worse is the cookies are in there and they're so stale that they're just soft. They're like, yeah.
You open the tin and there's just a little tiny pointy face with whiskers.
Yeah.
How's
it going, fellas? Like Ern said, it was a very existential comment. He's been waiting a week for this. How's your week been? Would anyone like to go? How's your week been?
I'm waiting for Chris.
Good
Chris,
chat.
how's your week?
Yeah. I'm sorry, this isn't the Friday show. I usually just jump in right away.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good. Last week, here in the United States of fucked up, it was Thanksgiving week, or whatever. So I went with hung out with some friends on Wednesday, and then the next day spent Thanksgiving dinner with some of the girlfriend's family and stuff like that, And then Saturday and Sunday, did absolutely nothing. It was beautiful.
Yep.
It was beautiful. You can even ask Adam. He texted me yesterday. He's like, hey, blah, 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 talking to me about some stuff. I was literally sleeping all day yesterday. It was amazing. Like, it was the best nap I've ever had.
No. And I bet you don't feel any more rested today.
No, I feel like I just drank some of a Red Bull right now, and it's like 6:30 p.m. here. Like,
but points to you for because I had said you don't need to respond now, and he did. Okay,
it's guilt. That's guilt. Respond.
I need an excuse to get out of the recliner.
And Steve, how are you?
I'm pretty good. It's been a hectic week trying to keep up on everything. Of course, Sunday we had Colin Mendelsohn on the Aussie Vape Show. You were there. You were there with me. Yes. That was an awesome couple of hours. It flew by before we knew it.
Yeah.
Just such a nice, smart, compassionate man. It's such a good time when we hang out with him. Go watch it. Go watch the replay if you haven't seen it already. If you have seen it already, go watch it again. You need the views. What else have I been doing this week? Filming, editing, all that sort of stuff. I won't get into the technical details. My patrons know about it. Adam heard a little bit about it, but I've kind of changed up my editing style. So the next 2 reviews will kind of highlight that. It's a lot more work, takes twice as long, but I think it looks better. So I'm willing to put in the work.
Yeah,
it's what it is. Other than that, yeah, just kind of hanging out and listening to the rain and waiting for floods that keep threatening to happen in our area.
This year for us is the El Nino. We've got El Nino in this part of the world, so we're ready for a hot, wet summer, which is even in Adelaide, it's almost desert conditions down here, you know. So having some rain over the hot months will be a good, a welcome thing. Well, awesome, fellas. My week was okay. I feel like all I do is work, and but it's been a little bit less hectic as of late. But you're right, there has been a lot of things to catch up on. Lots of stuff. I wanted to potentially start with a link. I'm sure everybody has seen this. This was a few days ago, actually, towards when we last streamed. But this one, just as a quick one, which is trigger. What do you call it? A trigger warning is not easy to watch. But that is Dr. Michael Siegel talking to Matthew Myers, I believe that's his name, and I can't believe I said it so formally. The scumbag known as maybe that's more scumbag. I said scumbag. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. The gentleman, the gentle person who is I guess he's the spokesmouth for Tobacco Free Kids, campaign for Tobacco Free Kids, and that is Michael Siegel, giving it to him, and also the other person that doesn't really qualify as a human from PAVE. It's really nice to watch someone get the dukes on and punch on with people who are spreading propaganda. So if you haven't watched that, it's 4 minutes of rage fest, but absolutely worth seeing it, because bravo to Dr. Siegel. That's it's one of the things that I wanted to watch that, because it actually, when I see things like that, it motivates me to get motivated and do stuff. But that's a little quick one there. And also, yes, Ern has put in there our fellow vapor and friend from North America, Mr. Grimgeen, has received a community guideline strike. Is that the correct terminology,
yes.
Steve? Yep.
Yes.
He's received a strike for something that was brought out a long time ago, and it's completely ridiculous. The bots are onto him, but he will be streaming the vlog this week on YouTube. On Twitch. I do have a link here if you don't have a Twitch account. It's pretty easy to set up, and I'm just going to put that there because that is Mr. Nick's channel, Twitch TV, Grim Greenus. So go ahead and make yourself an account and get yourself ready for that. I don't Twitch at all, and I was saying in the pre-stream that I'm naive to how big Twitch is and how many people are watching stuff. Chris, you do that for your gaming? Is that you?
For a while back, I used to do it on there, but I was never super serious about it. Just more like when I do it on here, kind of just like hang out and stuff. So I don't have an audience on there really or anything like that. But no, Twitch is massive. Twitch is insane. And there's everything on there. Like, most people think, oh, Twitch is just for gaming. No, it's for, like, people, like, you can do, like, tools. You can do, like, building a house. You can sell your bathwater if you're a hot chick or whatever in a hot tub and all that stuff. Like, it's all over the place. Like, there's so much stuff on there. And I don't know, because I'll be honest with you, like we were talking about in the pre-show, I don't watch too much vape content outside of, like, stuff, because I find what works for me, and that's all I stick to. But there is a massive, like, audience on there for anything, and I'm sure there's tons of stuff on there for vape stuff. I haven't looked for it, but like, yeah, like, Twitch is huge, and Twitch is still bigger. I mean, I don't know, I would say bigger per se because YouTube is huge, but I would say that, like, if you're gonna do anything, you can go on Twitch and find a hardcore audience if you're providing the content that they want to see.
Yeah.
Why hasn't?
But it's different.
Yeah. Well, why hasn't I guess the vaping community, made that move?
You want my honest opinion? Because most of the people that do YouTube videos for vaping and stuff are old, crusty dudes. No offense, Steve. And they they don't understand. Like, to them, it's just like, oh, it's for video games, or it's for little girls showing off their, not little girls, but you know what I mean, like young girls showing off their boobs and stuff, because it has like, you know, that mindset behind it. Like, that's what it started out mostly for gaming. And so a lot of people just don't do it. And it's a lot more complicated to run a channel on there. You have to like pay to become a subscriber kind of thing. You can still follow a channel, but like there's a lot of like different tiers. For me personally, it's a lot more complicated.
Really?
That's why I like you. Yeah, I like YouTube because I just upload it and I can put anything on there and they'll find me 6 months later and then take it down if it's something stupid. Yeah. But Twitch is policed and it's very, very like, it's very well policed, like, you know, on stuff like that.
So do they have similar guidelines, like, you know, community guidelines of things that you can and can't do?
They do have the stuff that you can and can't do, but most of the time you can get away with a lot of stuff on Twitch until like kind of like YouTube, until like you become big enough or enough people like report you. But Twitch is like, so if you think YouTube is like, you know, kind of like cutthroat with like, if they don't like your content, people come after you. Twitch has armies of people that will come after your content or come after your channel. If you don't, so like I watch some gaming videos and stuff like that, right? Never like, not really like live gaming or anything like that, but like tutorials, run-throughs, lore breakdowns, stuff like that on there. And like, these people create enemies on there, like you're going to World War II or World War III with like other countries. If like you do something or say something that the other group doesn't like, and they have like droves of followers. Yeah. It's basically a soap opera streaming service, if you ask me.
Well, there used
but
to
I
be
know people that use it.
Yeah, there used to be that sort of drama aspect to YouTube quite a bit. And I think that as Twitch grew and became more of a platform, specifically a platform for the young, a lot of that just moved over. But you're absolutely right. I mean, my impression of Twitch is still, I mean, I know it's not correct, but it's still that old school thing, which is it's streaming gamers. It's that thing that I don't understand because I'm old. Like, I can understand playing a game. I can understand getting some help and a walkthrough. I can understand... let's talk about games. Let's talk about how they're made or the storyline or, you know, upcoming news, all that sort of stuff. I can get that. But I could never understand, because I'm old, I can never understand watching someone play for 8 hours straight. Like
a lot of it's like Call of Duty video games, which to me it's shallow. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to watch a guy go shoot other guys. It's like...
Yeah, it's like, if I want to see that, I'll watch a movie that has a plot line, or I'll play the game myself.
So again, sorry, Steve.
No, I was just going to say, like, I know that Twitch has changed and become bigger and broader. I'm actually considering it myself. My issue has always been, I use Streamlabs as my main streaming software, and it's made actually for Twitch. That's what it was first. So it shouldn't be too hard for me to do that. However, you've got to pay Streamlabs a subscription to access multi-channel, to stream to Facebook and to YouTube and to Twitch all at the same time. You have to be a Prime member.
Right.
Otherwise, you can de-link your channel and link it up to something else to jump from one to the other, but simulcast, And if I'm going to do that switch, I would not till they kick me off anyway. I would not walk away from YouTube. I'd try to multi-stream.
So again, the biggest, probably the reason why there's not more content for this community on there is because of reach.
Reach would be a big deal of it too. And like Steve said, you've got to kind of pay to play to be around that kind of stuff. And like with Streamlabs, you know, or OBS, whatever you're using, you know, with YouTube, you just direct connect and it's a lot easier. You just go on and you start it up. Like, any schmo can do it. I mean, we've seen video, like you see us on here. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy enough for you to do it on here. If you're going to go to Twitch, though, you should probably, at least in my opinion, if you're going to do Twitch, do it to make money. Because Twitch is about sponsorships. Twitch is about selling something or selling your brand, who you are, or whatever, and stuff like that. I think it would be an investment like that you would have to, like, not just money but time and effort, because there's an 11-year-old kid on there that's like, you see 11-year-old kids opening like Christmas gifts on YouTube making $1 million. You're talking about 11-year-old kids with $40,000 computers on there playing video games and like have like 5,000 LEDs in their room or whatever, and like the best thing you've ever seen in their life. Twitch is for, like, you know, the spoiled rich kids, and then YouTube's like where everyone else goes and hangs out.
I think the other thing with it is you can stream directly to Twitch. Like you can set up your software and just do that. But most reviewers, there's a built-in audience. It already exists. It's damaged. It's hurting. They're fucking with us, but it already exists on YouTube. And so that's the logical place to start. And then once you're there, well, I've got 1,000, 2,000, 40,000 subs. I've built up this thing. Now I'm going to go, oh,
I'm going to move. Yeah.
I'm not just going to give up on this. I'm going to go. So I have to manage both of them simultaneously. Do I make separate content? Do I do separate streams? No, that's not going to make sense. So like I said, in my case, would have to pay to simul stream. And then you get to choose where you want to be, but it's the same content. Then I've got to worry about, okay, well, how do I follow the chat for like 2 things? And people can't see both of them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of work to try and move to the other. It would be easier to go, okay, I've got nothing. I'm starting from scratch. Let's move over to Twitch.
Yeah, understood.
I mean, the same thing happened when VapeTube came around. I mean, the idea was a great concept. The interface was pretty shunky. There was virtually no interaction. Nobody was there. And so, you know, my case, I just doubled my videos. So, okay, I'll set up an account. I'll just dump them over there as well, just in case. But nobody came. Nobody watched. There was no interaction, so it fell apart.
Yeah. And like, I have a buddy, he's on the Friday show with me sometimes, Geekus. He streams on there, and he's got a pretty good little audience, you know, like he's got a good, strong audience of people and stuff like that. And he's been doing it for years and stuff without doing the live cam, without doing that, just directly from his console to that. And that's what makes it easy. If you want to go straight from like your gaming console to it, then yeah, you could do that without no setup or anything, but you don't have stuff. And like Steve said, like once you get used to doing YouTube, man, it's hard to switch over to something that you don't have access to all the options to create the good content that you want to create, because you can't go on there and do bumpers without having to pay for it. You can't do like certain things without having to pay for it. And it's like, I'm not trying to talk crap about it, 'cause some people find their way on Twitch. Like my friend Geekus, he does pretty well for himself doing what he does on there and stuff like that. But for someone like me that barely puts in enough effort for like what I consider my baby as YouTube, with what we do on either this show or the Friday show, there's no goddamn way I'm going to put in 10 times more effort to start over again on a different platform.
Yeah. Just repeating what Ern is saying there, you know, Dynavap, you know, is using Twitch. To me, that sounds like a ginormous, you know, market, hypothetically. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. You're putting it into perspective for me of you know, what's required, and it's not a simple switch. Yeah,
through a friend of mine, I found through Geekus or whatever, I found like there's a lot of different stuff on there. Not that there's not like different or weird stuff on here, but like there was this guy that was when COVID was hitting real hard up in Canada, he used to do a request show or whatever, and he would have you request songs, and then you'd hang out with the people in the chat, and you'd request songs in the chat, and he'd play them and dance around on the screen, you know, because he used to do it at a bar at his like where he lived up in Canada or whatever, stupid camera. And so like I would hang out, and I'd hang out with these people from Canada I'd never met before, and then his channel blew up because of it's live karaoke is what they called it. And like you'd show up and you'd hang out and do all that kind of stuff. So like there's a lot of options for stuff out there, but like you really have to put in effort and work into it.
Yeah.
And especially if like you've started somewhere else, man, it feels like starting over, you know what I mean? And like when you've already been established somewhere else, starting over feels like you're like, you know, you're starting over.
Yeah.
You know, you have nothing.
Yeah.
And so it can be discouraging.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put that link back in the chat. That's for let's support Grim. Support him for that, and you know, like I say, starting again is not an easy situation. But you know, who knows what's going to happen with the YouTubes. I'm surprised that we haven't received you know, strike on this channel for I mean, I know we're not you know, doing reviews.
We're not
and
big
all
enough
stuff.
yet.
No, they're probably like, yeah.
It'd be a waste of time for them to click that one button to shut us down.
Indeed.
It's a waste of parts.
Yeah. That's right. It's a waste of good person power. Yeah. Anyway.
But we are being watched, though, because there have been Friday Fallouts that I've done with, like, you know, my tinfoil hat time, which is spoof conspiracies. And I explain this clearly, and we've gotten warning labels on there. Like I did one about lizard people, and it was very clearly a joke, no matter how crazy you are. And we got like little disclaimers on the videos and stuff like that. So they're watching us, but we're just not a big enough deal yet.
The lizard people were unhappy. The lizard king was unhappy.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! They're onto us.
That's it.
I blame Hillary Clinton. No.
Oh, we just got a strike just then. How about that? It just came up on my notifications.
I'm going to be suicided tomorrow.
Yeah. We do have some things that we're putting in our face holes, so let's go ahead and discuss that, perhaps, because we do like the VAPs. The buffet. Mr. Vandal, would you like to go first, sir?
Yeah. So if you guys seen my Instagram, I went out and I drank last week, when I was hanging out with friends. And the next day, I don't know what the hell happened to it. I left it at work or whatever, but like my old black collie burn, that month looked like it went through a goddamn garbage disposal, man. It was beat up. The button was stuck in and everything. But I got to give credit to these guys. It still worked when I breathed in. So anyways, I switched it out because I don't want to catch on fire and be like another anti-commercial. But inside there, anarchist orange, because it's delicious. And then just to make Adam happy, my 8-month-old goat head with 8-month-old homeboy tropical on it. What's up? No, that's all I got.
It does make me very happy. Very happy indeed. I'm going to go because I know you got some new stuff, Steve, and I'll leave you to talk about that last. I have the GT1 from Typhon on top of the Madbeard Mods Origin DNA 75C. Very, very tasty. In there, a little bit of where's my bottle? A little bit of Sad Boy. I like these because they're the short fill situation and they work well in MTL when you add your Nicotina. But that one is the custard cookie. Did I just say Nicotina? I didn't. I didn't say that word at all. I do also have a Snowcap Step 20X700 with also another Typhon tank on there. That is the GT4S. In there is some Jammet from Frankentones. And last one, little panda hiding inside the Limelight Arch on the Hummingbird Shift Plus. And there's some Nana inside that from Frankentones as well. And that's all I'm putting in my face hole, Stephen Legion.
I have to say, all those snow caps on your desk, all of them, you have a ton of them. You have like one of each snow cap.
No.
Pretty much.
No, I don't.
Pretty much.
I have four models. Yeah, 4 models.
Well, I'm jealous. I wish I had a snow cap. I really do. Oh.
What's going on there?
I had issues before. I can only have. What the hell is going on? It seems I can only have 2 cameras running. I'm gonna unplug that camera.
We don't get the crotch cam.
Yeah. Show us your crotch.
Now I have no camera. I'm really annoyed with this. Hold on. I had it all set up fancy.
Well, we made it 24 minutes into the stream with no potatoes, so that's got to be.
So I had a nice camera with autofocus, so I could actually show you stuff properly, like right here. But now I got to do it here. So, still using the Pulse. Zoom in so you can actually see that. The Pulse AIO, which is a big fingerprint magnet, but it's not. I got sweaty hands. That's all the problem is. This is really nice. I really like this, and I threw the Cthulhu Mods drip tip thingy on there because it looks really stupid, but it's really, really comfortable. The one that comes with it is nice, but this, for the draw that's on here, this is perfect. I would never put this on anything else, but here is really, really nice. I have gone through bottles in this device already, like whole bottles. I finished them off. I can't even remember what I was vaping yesterday. Today, I'm vaping vanilla iced coffee because it was the first bottle I grabbed. I reached into my random bottle collection, grabbed a bottle, and went, that'll do. And I like it. It's good. This thing is up for review. In fact, it's already filmed. It's just not fully edited yet. This will be the next review after today. This is the Hadron. It says right there. Look, Hadron Plus. Little side note. First time I did first take of the review I filmed this morning. I actually do my whole thing where I go, hey folks, welcome back. Today we're reviewing the, what's it say? It's on the box. Oh yeah, the Hadron Plus combo. And then I had to actually retake that bit because that was just stupid. Like saying, hi, I'm doing it. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that's a great way to build trust, isn't it? This is a nice device. It's good. It's solid. It's plain. It's simple. See, I'm telling you everything. You don't need to watch the review.
Yeah.
Solid, plain, simple, beefy, powerful, well built, not fancy. Absolutely nothing new about it. It's just got a DNA chip, so you know it's going to work. I do like it. I like it a lot.
Simple is good. Simple is good.
Simple and straightforward. That's not the right bottle. In there, I've got Fizzberry from Braun Blazda. This is a nice berry lemonade. It is the absolutely wrong e-liquid to put in here because I've got, what have I got running in there? 0.13 canthols running at 9 point. You can't see that. There you go. 9.9. Nice, big, beefy, cloudy thing. This, just a little bit too rough. Just a little bit. It's not smooth enough for that kind of cloudy thing. Be great for a mouthful long. I love the flavor, but just every time I vape it, it's like kills my throat a little bit.
Canthol coils, Stephen.
Yeah, those are no. Why does it say canthol? They're not canthol. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not. They're mixed. That's why. They're mixed, so it's read up as canthol.
Right.
This is upside down. Go that way. This came in.
Oh.
I've been waiting for this. I got e-liquid on my hands. I've been waiting for this for a couple of days. It came really, really fast. This came to me from China via Montreal. That should tell you everything you need to know. It is if I remember correctly, it is the Twin Peaks edition. It is a dual parallel. It is a really nicely made box. This is the first snow cap that I've had my hands on. I've seen them. I've drooled over them. I've looked at them. I've had my finger hanging over that buy button. Just never took that step. But it's actually much, much nicer than I thought.
Yeah.
Even though I've got e-liquid all over it.
Good job.
I just wiped that on my shirt. The only thing I didn't like about... Oh, look at that. E-liquid everywhere. See, when you turn things on their side just after dripping, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. I always do that. That's my signature move. That's why I always have one of these handy.
That's why.
I like this. I like that you can see the battery. You can just pop it out like that. Of course, then you got to make sure it's all back in. Nice, clean innards. Look at that.
Yep.
All copper. It's the door in place.
It's the printing which is surprising, isn't it? That's the hand feel of a snow cap is not what it looks like in the picture. It's so much nicer. Yeah. Yeah. That's what she said.
I like that red like splatter-ish kind of finish on that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why I don't talk vape. That's all I have the input.
No.
I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
Have you got a blue one? No, very nice. Very nice. I'm not jealous at all that you've got a dual parallel. Yeah, whatever. Was that the Kong on the top? That's the Kong? Yep. Conj.
Because I was too lazy to build, and I just grabbed it off something else.
Yep.
Just grabbed it from here, dropped it over there, and that works.
Nice.
But I'm a little bit paranoid that I'm going to put the batteries in the wrong way around one day.
Yeah,
definitely. Because I'm like sometimes very stupid, and I've done that before. We know that can happen with me, and they blow up, and I don't want to do that. So I'm a little bit paranoid about it, but I am enjoying it.
Yep. That definitely don't legion that one. That is an advanced piece. I'm saying that for the viewers. The Twin Peaks is an advanced piece, and very very nice.
Try the Anarchist Pink. Do it. It doesn't matter what you think about any other anarchist. Some unpopular opinion, many anarchist e-liquids are shit. It doesn't matter. The pink makes up for it. Seriously, I always have one bottle. It's the only e-liquid that I always have one bottle here. Other things come and go. Sometimes I don't buy them for months. There's always a bottle of pink.
I have a stock of it, and I don't even use a full-size mod anymore, just in case.
I don't think I've... I think you sent me one, Chris. at one point, but I must have vapped it, and I don't have it. Must have vapped it. Yeah. Interesting.
I'll send it to you in some perfume bottle. That's all right. You just got to spray it on. I'll put it in an Axe body spray can so you can spurt your coils with it.
It take me back to my high school days. Yeah, Africa. In Australia, that we called it Lynx. Axe was the same as Lynx, and Lynx Africa is very, very popular with 14-year-old boys. Yeah, very, very popular.
See. When I was in high school, they didn't have that. We had Brute.
You had soap on a rope.
That was it.
Soap on a rope.
If you were lucky, you had a rope.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, all we had was that bod spray. It had bod on it. I have some actually in the bathroom. I love that stuff. It's just a giant spray bottle. It looks like Windex, and you just spray your whole body with it. But it's funny because it's a $12 perfume for like a gallon of it, or a cologne for like a gallon of it. But every time I wear it, everyone's like, "Ooh, that smells good. What is that?" I was like, "It's your high school memories."
When I was a kid, Brute was what you bought for your dad for Christmas. Blue Stratus was the bomb. That was what, if you're 14, you want to smell like a man, Blue Stratus. Wow. To the point where I actually went into a store. I hadn't seen it for ages, and I saw like deodorant stick, and I'm like, I have to get that. I have to. I haven't seen this on the shelves for years, like decades. And I bought it. I think I've used it twice. It's like, that just smells like regret and masturbation.
I don't know if you guys had it out there, but there's one called, when I was a kid growing up, it was what all the men wore. It was Stetson. And it was like cowboy themed or whatever. But I love the smell of it, but I just don't think I'm man enough to wear it. You've heard my voice. Are
you man enough to go into Walmart and buy any?
I don't think they sell Stetson at Walmart.
Because wasn't Stetson like that? That's the level it was at. It was like Walmart and drugstore brands.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the one uncle that I shared, my younger brother's uncle or whatever, like he would buy it, but he would have to go to like the man fragrance store. So it's like Bed Bath and Beyond, but it's like Trucks and Bulls and Rodeo Beyond or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And like back when I was a kid in the 90s, like he was a Native American, so like, but he was like a cowboy kind of guy, you know what I mean? So it's like you had to at least like kill 13 of your uncles to wear it, or else like, you're getting your ass kicked if you're not wearing Lee jeans or something,
I think we've hit a sensitive point with Dave Lloyd there. $2 Stetson. Sounds like he was a fan. Yep. Nice.
Yeah. Great one, Basky with a good one. Brute and Old Spice. Yeah, Old Spice. But Old Spice, they tried to do that thing where they went all like trendy and everything with the whistle commercials and all that stuff. And then now, not to be Downer Debbie, they're finding out that there's like a cancer-causing chemical that's been in Old Spice this whole time.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Wow.
They recalled which spice is it?
The old one. The old one.
Yeah.
If they'd used new spice, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, I never liked their music. There was the other one, Imperial Leather. I'm not sure if you had that in North America, but Imperial Leather was
it's like one of the best soaps. It's the soap that you buy, and as soon as you get sweat, it just goes.
That's right.
On.
Yeah.
Imperial Leather just smells like it sounds like it smells like an old Cadillac to me.
Yeah.
Kind of. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But it's really, really creamy and soft. We weren't allowed to get soap like that in our house. We'd have like soaps that you would use for washing clothes. Like they would be yellow, and you get that one big bar, and like 3 years later, you're still using that big bar. Eventually, you're down to a sliver, and it won't crack. And you're like in the bathroom going, I just want to get rid of this. Just trying to push it down the drain.
It down the drain.
Yeah. Just fucking go. I'm sick of using the same soap my sister washes her ass crack with. Like, let's get rid of this. But no.
One time when I was in middle school, our high school out in Pahrump, I tried to impress this chick that her family, they had like a little farm, but basically they had like an acre of land, a bunch of like pigs and like a cow and like chickens and stuff like that. But they used to make their own pig fat soap or whatever. And so trying to impress her to get her to go with me to the dance, I went over one day because they had a little sign out in front of their house like, soaps for sale, $5 for a package. So I went and I bought pig fat soap, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Because like that's normal, like they use pig fats and stuff like that in soaps. But because I guess they're churning it them own Amish shelves or whatever the hell they were, that was the grossest thing. Like you put it on and you look like a frying pan after. You know what I mean? It's the shit that they use in all the hair in the movie Grease. Like it was Grease.
Keep talking. I like it.
I had an aunt. Actually, she was my great aunt. She was my grandfather's older sister. And so she was like old as dirt. She was like so old and scary and bony. She's one of those people that was like old joints, knuckles and bones and wrists and really skinny. And every time I saw her, she'd be like done up with high colors, like Victorian. And she had her hair up in this giant, like, it was like, you see those Christmas balls where they wrap stuff around it? Her hair looked like that, but gray, right? Just this massive ball on her head. And one day we dropped by for something and she wasn't ready. And she's wearing like the full floor length nightgown with the button up wrists and all this, right? And her hair is down. She's not ready to go yet.
Talk about the Christmas past and shit.
No, she had hair, steel gray hair down to the floor. It looked like fucking like ropes, cables. It was just thick and gnarly. Like it would come down. It would go. It just had texture to it. Like it wasn't a smooth fall of hair like you want with women's hair. It was just like all these different hairs going in all different directions, but vaguely towards the floor. It's the most horrible hair. And she starts going on about her hair routine. Now here's the thing. Dave Lloyd mentioned lye soap. This is the soap that we're talking about. Scottish, right? This big bar of yellow soap, the same stuff that you would use for scrubbing your clothes. That's all you need, she would say, for my skin, which is old and leathery, and for her hair. She uses this all the time. I'm just like,
so you can look like a goddamn barnyard doll. Like
you look like a fucking zombie. Like
yeah, that shit takes the pigment out of your skin. Like
yeah, it does.
I'm just looking up lye soap now. It's lye is metal hydroxide. That's what obtained by leaching wood ashes, strongly alkali, highly soluble in water, producing caustic basic solutions. Caustic soap.
It's a chemical reaction. They use lye soap like they suggest, like when I was in the military and you get hit by a CBRN, which is chemical, radiological, biological, whatever kind of stuff. They recommend that you use charcoal to wipe off your body or lye soap because of the metal in it that would absorb the radiation.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there you go, David Lloyd. Lye soap is gasoline. 2 steps on the periodic table. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what they were
but she was so proud that she was like 89 and she had hair down to the floor because she looked after it by never using like chemicals or fragrances or anything. She just used lye soap for everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
lye is a chemical.
You'd go to the bathroom, like you may imagine, like I'm like 7 or 8. You go to the bathroom to wash your hands, and like you go to touch the towel. You know, the towel. It's got a little tiny. Yeah, exactly. It's like you pull it off the rack and then you go like that, and
Snap.
it will just go.
Yeah. You don't even have to use it when you're washing clothes. You just throw in the towel that you just washed because it still has the soap content in it.
It's like literally you could fold it in half, like you build little houses out of it. It's
crazy. Wow. Yeah. How did we?
Old people are crazy.
Old people. That's right.
Old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Birdman. No.
Damn. Now, am I older than Birdman? I think I'm older than Birdman. Yeah.
You don't look like it.
No. I'm not. Yeah.
Birdman is 3 months younger than me.
So, okay. Yep. Right. Yep.
So you're still
and he
baby.
uses lye soap every day.
Yeah. Don't. He's also not one to back down from a comment, so we're going to comments from him.
Oh yeah.
Over there. So nice.
No. You know the rule. Birdman's busy working, but he's listening in the background.
That's right.
Yeah. He's over there with his little magic wand doing vape clouds like, you son of a bitches, I'll get you.
Stop it. Stop. Everyone just stop right now. Yeah.
Pick on the people you love.
Yeah, that's right. I don't even know where to go from there. I think my notes have already been all dried up. There you go. Who says I'm bathed? That's right. Yeah, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Bird Person. Yeah. Nice.
I'm just imagining him getting into the tub and soaking up to the chin, and then standing up, and the entire beard stays in the water. So where the fuck did it go?
Yeah.
And
how do you deal with beards in summertime? Isn't that
a lot of that? No, everyone's different. I found the first year or two that it would get hot and sweaty, and you get itchy, and then I just started using beard oil, and that moisturizes your skin, and it's not a problem. In terms of heat, I don't get like overheated. It doesn't like. You would think like more hair, more insulation, you'd overheat, but it doesn't really seem to bother me too much.
Yeah, not since that Lysop came back onto the market.
Yeah.
Works at
Lysop, 3 milligram.
That's right.
That's why Steve's beard and his hair is actually orangish yellow, because he uses a Lysop. Otherwise, he'd be gray.
Yeah. I am gray. You just can't see it.
Yeah, it's copper. Yeah, it's actually copper filament. Yeah.
You don't. There's so much white in there, but you can't see it anymore because it's buried.
Yeah.
Can you say proper copper for me, Adam?
No. No, sir. I will not.
Adam, can you say cockwomble?
Yes, I can say it. Yeah.
But you're not going to, are you?
No.
But I'll pay $5.
YouTube will take $2 of that, so don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah. We are coming into silly season, Christmas time, and all that sort of thing. Do you fellas do anything? With my work, obviously, I work from home and do a bunch of stuff. I'm actually not going to be working in coffee, which is kind of nice. A little bit of a break over the silly season, but I will be, working a lot. Tell us what you're doing. What are you doing?
Chris, you go first.
The only events I'm forced to go to? No. I'm not big on the holiday stuff. Like, I grew up poor, and my mom tried to make me a Jehovah's Witness for a long time, so it doesn't really make a big deal to me for, like, events like holidays and stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you. I hate getting gifts. I hate exchanging gifts. I don't fucking know you. I talk to you, like, not you personally, but most people in my, like, real life. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Cool. I don't know. I'm not going to be thoughtful and be like, oh, remember this one time 8 years ago you said you like Lego, so here's a Lego. Like, no, I don't do any of that stuff. Anyways, so I'll be doing whatever, girlfriend's family's doing, hanging out with them and stuff. But I will say that it's been a blessing-ish, not for me because I don't work in retail, but usually, you see the videos of, like, white people storming, like Walmarts or Targets, or Americans, I guess I should say, storming, like, Walmarts and Targets, like, they just came off the boat with Christopher Columbus trying to steal stuff, you know what I mean? This year, there was nothing, at least here in my area, there was nothing crazy, no huge crowds, nothing like that going on. So it was kind of cool to see that. But personally, it's just a tip. I know this will never happen from any of you, but if anyone wants to get me a Christmas present, I'm not even joking. I love fucking socks and I love underwear. Everything else, I know what I want and I'll buy it for myself. Like,
Hold on. Phrasing. You like fucking socks.
Yeah, we all grew up.
I find that a little. I could never understand that. Like, I can understand the wiping with socks, but the actual fucking the sock.
Yeah. Get you a nice long tube sock with the 2 stripes on it, and then you roll it over after you use it once, so that's only maybe like good for 2 more uses.
Oh my god!
You brought it up.
I'm regretting calling you out on that.
It's the details,
And then
details that matter.
6 months later, you forget about the sock, and then it looks like it took a bath in lye soap. You know what I mean? It's all yellow and crunchy, like.
Or the dog's taking it out the back, and they're like burying.
They're chewing on it like it's leather.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, it's a boomerang. But yeah, that's all I got.
My family, when I was young, we did Christmas. We always did family Christmas. My mom tried really, really hard. My mom was awesome. She tried really hard to make Christmas as special as she could. My grandparents always made a big deal about family, so it was a thing. And then, of course, you leave home and you're a teenager and early adulthood. I didn't give a shit. Didn't care about it. And, now I'm here with my wife who doesn't care about Christmas. We got 2 kids. and they don't care about Christmas, and I'm just sad every Christmas because nobody wants to do Christmas in this house. So we don't decorate, we don't put up trees, we don't have dinner. It's just another day, and I'm like, but I kind of want to do Christmas. No, don't do Christmas. No, pout.
Well,
why don't you just do like Christmas themed videos? Put on a Santa hat, dude. You're halfway there.
I'm gonna have a Christmas party on the channel. If no one here will do it, I'm gonna do it on the channel. It's like Christmas for all the sad people on YouTube. Just hang out with me. Just be like an 8-hour live stream.
Did we do? Wasn't there a New Year's Eve and Christmas?
We did.
Thing?
Yeah, we did it with back when the Omis were still doing their show and stuff like that. It was me, you, Steve, and then like Frames, Swaggins, I think Poon Sauce and all that stuff. I remember because that was when I was still hosting Mondays, and I was like, this is special because I put a PNG of Christmas lights over the OBS.
Ah, yes. Maybe we should...
and we all dressed up in the onesies and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
I'm just really confused that Vandal described how he likes to have sex with socks, and then Birdman offered to make you beard hair socks.
Let it go, Steve. Let it go.
I'm confused as to who's
it's
flirting with who.
It's called non-GMO vegan hair gel, and we're about to review it next week on my channel, Chris Crandall's Reviews.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Disgusting. I think we're doing the family thing here because there's a few families involved, and it's local, so we're not traveling anywhere. We're just going kind of over the street over there, which is kind of nice. But yeah, that's.
See, you've got Albert.
Yeah, but Albert
that is the center of all the fun. Everything is about him.
Yeah, well, there's lots of very small kids all in his age bracket, but Albert is smart and he realizes he hasn't asked us the question straight away yet, but he knows that there's something going on, and the Santa thing, because we used to have the app, it's a cool app where you can call Santa and he'll have a conversation with you and all that sort of thing. He realized that I think it was that app that taught him that Santa isn't real. So nice work, technology. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
When my kids were really little, we used to do the whole NORAD tracking. Oh, he's over Toronto. That's only 3 hours away. You better get to bed now. Run down the hall. Can't sleep.
Yeah. Well, also furthering the discovery, we have a fireplace here in this house that hasn't been used, probably since the house was built, and the fireplace is all closed over and bricked over. And he asked me the question. He's like, "How does Santa get in the house if he can't get in the chimney, or what if there's a fire?" And I said, I tried to make up some cock and bull story about, most people don't sleep with a fire on overnight, so Santa would know if there's a fire, and Albert's like, he teleports, doesn't he? I was like, yes, he does teleport. That's the only way you can do all those houses in one night, so I think I was being played. Yeah. That's my own fault for having helping cultivate an intelligent mind. He's like, you're full of shit, Dad.
So we spend all these decades and decades trying to raise children that have rational minds, or the ability to tear things apart and understand them from different directions so they don't fall for scams, or when someone said God sent me money, they're not stupid enough to do that. We teach them not to lie, to be honest and forthright with their opinions, all this stuff, and yet for the first 10 years of their lives we're telling them about Santa, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. It's just lie after lie after lie. There's something wrong with us as a species. We're just fucked up.
No, he's even saying to me now, like when we talk, because he plays, there is technology time and all that sort of thing with him, and he plays Roblox, and will ask me about a situation in Roblox, and then I say, I don't know about that, and he goes, yeah, you don't know about that. You wouldn't understand. I was like, okay, son, go to your room. Full shade.
Like, I just said that. Don't give Albert any dessert. What do you do? I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Getting full shade from my 6-year-old. He'll be.
Get used to it. It's just going to get worse.
Yeah. Wait till he develops sarcasm.
And the worst part is when they get to that age, somewhere between 12 and 14, where they know all about whatever it is, which is literally the same thing you were doing when you were his age. Mm-hmm. Like he'll turn around and he'll discover a punk band or a grunge band or whatever it is, and he'll be like all about the history of punk, and like we won't listen to you, like you know nothing. It's like, dude, I was fucking there. No, you know nothing. But we that's what we did. No, you know nothing. It's like my stepson can barely turn a computer on, but he can play video games. But apparently, I know nothing about computers. I built every computer in this fucking house from scratch.
What? He doesn't use a computer? Is that the way kids are heading? They don't use computers?
No, he uses a computer, but he's just a user. Like, he knows how to turn it on. He knows how to install Discord, Steam, and get the game started.
Yeah.
He's not even at the... I mean, he's been playing for ages, but he's not at the modding or creating, extra stuff for it or anything like that. He doesn't know how to do command line shit. Like, he can barely set the color correct on his screens, Yeah.
Because most stuff nowadays, if you're a kid, it's easy to go. You download an app or something onto your phone or your tablet or even your Xbox or your PlayStation, and you just go. You need no technical knowledge to use the technical products you have nowadays.
Yeah, truth. 100% truth. I still feel very, very lucky, or maybe it's not lucky, it's a hindrance, but being around when computers came into the home and all that sort of thing, like that was a very, very big time. And I would actually not have been much older than Albert when we got our first computer, and it was a really, really big deal because my grandfather bought it, and he spent probably, I can't even remember what they cost back in those days, but it was a lot. It wasn't an Atari, it was a computer, a personal computer for home. And my grandfather, there were certain rules about using it, and I had to look after it and all that sort of thing, but that was a huge time.
Change out the cassette tapes and all that good stuff.
Yes, it did have. It was an Amstrad, so the keyboard and the tape, or the tape player.
They didn't even have a mouse back then because you didn't need a mouse.
No, that's right. Yeah. You wait for 45 minutes while the game loads up on a 90-minute cassette tape, and then it would skits out right at the end of the program. Yeah.
I got lucky enough that this guy that wanted to bang my mom while she was married to my stepdad gave me a computer. He was pretty well off or whatever. And so he'd always buy us kids exorbitant gifts that, we knew that we couldn't afford and stuff to try and get in our pants. And he gave me a computer, and I was young. I was probably about like 14. So I'm talking like pre-Y2K. It's like a year or two before that happened. And then he gave me a bunch of 6.5-inch floppies that had the cassettes in them or whatever, the tape or whatever. And it was like 12 of them to play a 10-minute game and stuff like that. And then like, I didn't really know too much what was going on, but I'd like try to mess around like the DAWs system and stuff. And you typing in commands, and next thing you know, I bricked it.
You couldn't get the green screen boobs back up on the monitor.
Yeah. And it was fun though, because that was like when like Laserdisc is what they were. They weren't CDs back then, and my stepdad had a pretty good collection of stuff. And like I remember like the first CD I listened to was Yes album. And like that back then, that was like, oh my god, that's like what EDM is to like people now. Like I was like, like listening to it, and I used to listen to it on the computer, and like if you were connected to the internet, which was deathly slow back then because like you had to have dial up, and it would take an hour and a half, but then it would tell you the song names on the CD, and I'm like, oh, technology, I'm super fancy, but yeah.
My wife went to her parents last weekend, and she returned home with a VCR player and a box full of VHS tapes. And her father had said, you can put these down onto digital format, so here you go. And we've been left with the situation of how do we get VHS onto a hard drive? And it's like, it kind of doesn't work that. Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass job.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
My first, not my first computer, but my first wife. I was married to my first wife, and we were setting up a computer room because I was doing music and stuff. And we had gotten a new computer. And so we lived in a one-bedroom apartment. The only place to put it, especially where it was safe from the kid, who was a toddler at the time, we had a cupboard. And basically, I could touch all four walls while sitting in the chair. And the door was right behind me. But you were talking about dial-up, and I actually had a splitter that ran from the phone in the living room, tacked up the hall, across the ceiling, and everywhere there was a door, it would go down all the way through. And I had carved a little bit in the corner of the door so it could go through. Mm-hmm. So I like 10 foot of cable running from one side of the house to the other just to get a phone line into the cupboard where I had my computer. And then, of course, I also had a power cable running from a different part of the house doing the same thing. The things we had to do. And yeah, like take off the phone so no one could call.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
downloading.
You have to stealthily unplug it a little bit so like no one else in the house. They're like, oh, the phone's out. I'm like, yeah, that's weird. Downloading like illegal music.
I'd have Napster running all night to download one album.
Really?
Yeah,
that long?
Yeah. It would take 45 minutes for a 2-minute song back in like 2002. And I remember I was at Pahrump Valley High School at the time, and I used to use Napster on the school computers, and I got the whole network messed up. I never admitted to it or anything like that, but I was trying to download like a CD. It was like some like hip hop music and stuff like that, and it was like 4 hours long. And I come back later, and then I opened it. I was like, haha, and I had my little like floppy 3.5 inch at the time, and I was like going to copy it to take it home. And then as soon as I played it, it was just like, and it malwared and Trojan horse the whole high school. So back then they didn't know anything about viruses or firewalls or anything, and they're like, oh my God, the whole computer system's down. Someone downloaded stuff, blah, blah, blah. And that teacher in that class got yelled at because they thought it was the teacher because the kids can't be smart enough to do this. I was like, like you took my Pokemon cards. I took your whole computer network. Eat me. Like
I worked with this guy, and there was this Trojan that was quite well known at the time. And I said, look, I'm learning about hacking stuff. I want to try something on you. Can I hack your computer? I won't hurt anything. Can I hack your computer? He's like, yeah, of course. Be my guest. Do whatever you want. So okay, I'll do it. I'll do it sometime over the next week. And I go home and we're talking. It was ICQ in those days. And I said, dude, you got to check out this picture. And I sent him a picture. And of course, it's a wrapper with the picture and the installer in it. And so he does it. And immediately I had the little console. I can connect to his computer, and I waited 2 minutes, and then I flipped his screen. I was causing his CD-ROM to eject in out. I was just like, because I just had this console with just random buttons that you could just fuck with people, and I fucked with them, and I'm just hitting random buttons, doing stuff, and the phone rings because I had a cell phone. And the phone rings, and he's like, dude. The fuck are you doing? Stop it! Stop. I'm like, but you said I could do this, and I never tried it with anyone else. I was too scared, like that. You actually hack someone, you get busted, you go to jail.
Go to jail.
But I could see what he was typing. I could mirror his screen. I mean, I had the whole thing going.
That's crazy.
A very, very simple package.
Those were the best ways to do it too, because like you said, the CD-ROM thing. My friend's mom, I was staying with for a little bit. His name was Jeremy, and his mom would always be on the computer, like looking at stuff, like just discovered Google and all that stuff, and like we'd want to use the computer, you know what I mean? So what we do is we had the other computer in the other room, and it didn't have the internet connection, but it was networked. So I used to go in a remote desktop and make the CD drive beep 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 beep. She's like, "Oh my God, someone's hacking me! You guys got to fix this." All right, we'll see what we could do, And then we just go on there and do whatever we wanted for 4 hours. Like, yeah, I think we figured it out when we were finally done with what we wanted. But like one thing that I will say that like you could probably get in trouble for now, but back then was really easy. You guys remember Yahoo Messenger? Like how you can like use that and stuff like that. There used to be programs you could get off of Napster or LimeWire or whatever kind of nefarious site you used to go to. And what they would do is like you would go and bomb someone's computer. So what would happen is you're in a Yahoo chat room, right? And someone's like, they used to play music over it, and you used to be able to talk, but someone would always have like their phone up to it. It's like Linkin Park. That's what it sounded like, on the thing. So like he hated this guy. So this program you could download, and it would simultaneously create. So you type in a name. So I'd be like Chris Randall, right? And they'd be like, it would go through and this would auto create 10,000 accounts within 2 minutes. Chris Randall 1, Chris Randall 2, Chris Randall 3, up to that. And then all at once, you'd be able to use it to send them messages from all those accounts at once. And your computer just can't keep up. And so you'd lock people out of their computers for like a day or two because it would pop. Like, if you use Windows, this, how slow it was. Beep, beep. Beep 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 beep. Pop up, cover your whole screen, and you're trying to close them all. It's like it's like a DOS, a denial of service attack, but directly to someone's computer. Don't do that stuff.
Yeah. I did something similar to a friend. I was working on an art project, and it was early 90s web design art, right? So basically, it was a web page, and it would auto-spawn. It would auto-refresh. So it was on a timer, and then the page would just auto-refresh. Every time it refreshed, it would pop up a window at random coordinates, and that window would choose one of 20 different audio loops, and it would just play them over and over. And the idea was that it would just pop up, and it would play the sound constantly, and this other thing would pop up. The sounds would blend, and it would create this sort of droning digital noise thing. And I was working on that, and I was halfway through it. It was working pretty good, and I sent it to my friend, the URL. I said, check this out. Sent him by ICQ. And so I didn't realize, and I understand, I have so much heart for him now. He was working on video. He was rendering.
Oh, no.
This is the old days. He was 28 hours through a 32-hour render.
You owe that guy so much.
He could not figure out how to shut down the source page. That's all you had to do is shut down the one page in the background, and it would stop, and it would just, then you could just close all the windows. But as long as that one was open, it would just keep popping up new windows. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him. And now, of course,
you guys are nasty pieces of work. Yeah,
I didn't mean to do that. It was, it just had a flaw that it never stopped.
You gotta do it when you're young so that you learn that it's a terrible idea, and then also you can't go to jail if you're under 18.
Indeed. I'm glad.
See, here we go again. Back when I was young, that wasn't a thing. If you were under 18, you still got sent away.
Yeah.
In fact, the places you got sent when you were under 18 were a little bit worse sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Boys Town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Folks, we're at time.
We are.
It's the end of the week. The end of another stream. We want to, thank
You're
everyone.
Tired.
Hey,
you're tired.
I'm very tired.
I know you're tired because you just said it's the end of the week. I'm like,
end of the week.
It's only Monday/Tuesday.
It's only a Monday. I don't even know what my name is.
It's Chris.
Chris. Steve and Chris, would you like to tell the folks what you got coming up this week and stuffs?
We'll be back for the Friday Fallout. We took last week off, holidays and all that stuff. And I believe it was Anthony's birthday this past Sunday, I think.
Nice.
I'm not sure because he never ever tells the truth on his birthday. On his Facebook, it's Christmas. And I got to tell you, if you want me to remember your birthday, you better put the right one on there because I'm not going to remember that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
He doesn't want you to remember his birthday. Maybe that's the whole point.
I don't know. But we will be back with a Friday Fallout show. We will have a new segment I'm putting together since we have this green screen, which graciously got from you guys in the chat on here and on the Friday show, checking out the Friday Fallout store. Thank you, Ern. I don't think I see anyone else in here. T. Getz was in here earlier. He bought something. He's also a Patreon. Thank you guys. You guys provided this. Now you get to see shitty content. But anyways, long story short, it's going to be about business because everyone needs to learn about business. So I'm going to have a little business section on there, and we're going to have original content coming soon so I can stop ripping off people on Instagram. But yeah, that's all we got.
Nice. Sounds positive.
So make sure you turn up for Vandal's business seminar, where he'll be telling you about his latest opportunity.
Yeah. What's the inverted pyramid called? That's what I'm going to teach you.
Yeah.
It's only down from here.
Scheme. Webinar.
It's a scheme.
Yeah.
It's French. But yeah, that's all I got.
Scheme.
As for me, same old shit. I have a review coming up in the next couple of days. I just had one go up today, so check that one out. I have the usual have a coffee on Thursday morning. I guess that's Wednesday if you're in the States. Wednesday afternoon, something like that. We'll be doing that, a couple hours of random chit-chat. We have the Aussie Vape Show on Sunday. And that brings us back to this show next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. That's all I'm doing this week.
Awesome. 2-hour show. What do you guys are tripping off your faces.
We do 2-hour shows on Friday. That's the only 2-hour show on this channel.
You do that 2 hours? What? Really? Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. All right. Big love to everyone at home. Thank you for tuning in as always. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Steve, who finally got his camera working. Nice. Show everyone the gunk on your mouse. Show everybody the gunk on your mouse.
Look at that. Look at
Smokehouse
that.
is beautiful, but show everybody your mouse. It's disgusting.
He wiped it off, remember?
Oh, he did? Cheeky. Yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah.
Roll that ball around.
Don't ask me to lift my ball up.
Well,
You never want to look under there.
no, don't look under your ball. That's
It's Legion cheese.
yeah. Legionnaires.
Look at that beautiful vista.
Look at that twin.
Look at
Peaks.
that.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Everyone, have an amazing week. Drink more water. Brush your teeth. Hug the family. We will see you next week on the Amigos and Co. We'll be here. Tune in on Friday. Tune in to Legion. Tune in to all the stuffs. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
And bye.